Hello, everyone. Coming up here on Connect Now. What a show we have for you as we talk about the latest tragedy with the Texas school shooting, where these innocent lives were shot and killed due to a unhinged gunman. And what can we do as Americans to get gun reform change in the country so for stuff like this can be prevented from not happening? And the Republicans are still trying to saying that in the NRA as well, saying that there's mental illness. We'll talk about that coming up here on Connect Now. Oh, also too, Ti's son King gets himself in a whole lot of trouble by confronting Waffle House employees by cooking his order the wrong way, and he started cussing them out. But Ti saying that King is being targeted because of his privilege. We'll talk about that as well. And a whole bunch of more stuff as Connect Now starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Connect Now. I'm your host, as always, Kid Dix here. Glad you can join us here on this Monday edition of Connect Now, on Memorial Day edition of Connect Now, on this Monday, May 30th, 2022. Thanks for joining us. Joining me right now is the one, the only Brittany Shea. Brittany Shea, how you doing?
Good, good. How about you?
I'm doing well. We got a lot of topics to talk about, but we want to get to it with first thing first. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Connect Now and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on Connect Now. So, Brittany Shea, we want to talk about the topic of conversation: the school shooting in Texas, in Lava, Texas, where 19 students and two teachers were killed in that horrible tragedy that many people are still talking about. What, where were you when you had heard about the school incident?
Um, I was at home when I heard about it, and I was in disbelief and shock that this
Mhm.
is still occurring and happening. And it's like it been happening over the years, but it's like it's getting worse and worse.
Yeah, it's like we're still reeling from the incident, the shooting incident in the supermarket, where it was a black community where white gunmen came and targeted a bunch of black people and shot them down, and they're still reeling from this gun violence. What do you think the United States or the Congress should do to help get gun control reform?
I mean, a form of reform would be good for like mental health and criminals, making it hard for them to get their hands on these guns. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're the
Mm-hmm.
only country in the world that has so much high violence, high crime, and high gun killings and gun violence. Nope, no other country. Other countries have violence too, but it's not as bad as this. And it's just like he 18. Ain't no telling how he got that gun legally or illegally. But something has to be done. I don't know whether it's gonna be done or not.
Yeah, you said that the Republicans are like President Trump, Ted Cruz. All of them said that really it's mental illness that's causing the effect. Do you think it's mental illness, or do you think they're just using it as their own little way of trying to combat it?
I think it's a way of them to downplaying the issue.
Mm-hmm.
And mental illness can play a part, but people can snap too. You see what I'm saying? The norm sane person can become insane. So we just don't know. Yeah, they just need to. That you're not gonna get nothing from them, the NRA, or nothing but prayers and thoughts. And, prayer without work is dead. So you can pray all day, but if there's no work behind it, then what's the point?
Yeah.
How you feel
Let's
about it?
I kind of think, like you said, the mental illness and stuff. It's not. It's a little bit of that, but then again, we have to figure out ways to prevent folks from getting guns. And he said the Texas governor had raised the limit from 21 down to 18 to get guns. So what are we doing to as a whole nation and stuff? Like I get certain southern states like here in Alabama, it's still the same. I think it's like you have to be 18 to get a gun, 18 or 17. And then it's the one with the gun with no carry permit. So anybody can shoot you without having a permit.
Just crazy.
Yeah, let's hear from the press conference of what the police chief from the Texas shooting Vega had to say.
Yes, ma'am. What can you tell parents that were here waiting and asking for the police to go in?
Did you have policies for them?
There was 19, like I said, there was 19 officers in there. In fact, there was plenty of officers to do whatever needed to be done, with one exception is that the incident commander inside believed they needed more equipment and more officers to do a tactical breach at that point. That's why board tack was requested on the scene as soon as they were there. They executed, they searched, or at least a dynamic entry, and went in. And of course, that was not till 12. That was not till 12:57. With the benefit of hindsight, stand by, stand by, all right? I got it. Okay, hey, from the benefit of hindsight, where I'm sitting now, of course it was not the right decision. It was the wrong decision. Period.
Laveda, Texas, saying that when they was about to go in, the police officers they hesitated and they should have went in to save those kids' lives. What's your thoughts on that?
I think, to me, like, them kids was waiting over an hour to be helped, and the police was there the whole time. It's just cowardliness, you know. Y'all tell me y'all couldn't implement a plan to take the shooter down.
Yeah, it's messed up. Here's more comments from U.S. Senator Ted Cruz. Let's hear what his
horror that played out across the street. Look, the killer entered here the same way the killer entered in Santa Fe, through a back door, an unlocked back door. I sat down at round tables with the families from Santa Fe. We talked about what we need to do to harden schools, including not having unlocked back doors, including not having unlocked doors to classroom, having one door that goes in and out of the school, having armed police officers at that one door. We could have prevented the horror that played.
Enough of Ted Cruz. There was U.S. Senator Ted Cruz saying that he believes the killer did go to the back door and start the shooting, saying that the door should have been locked, which I get that, but that's still innocent lives. So Ted Cruz trying to make excuses and stuff, and he's one of the lawmakers that can make things happen, but he chooses not to. What's your thoughts on that?
Just like you said, he trying to find a rhyme and a reason and excuse him and Governor Abbott. And it's like the reason, you know, behind a back door, you know, any door can be unlocked without somebody checking to see if it was locked or unlocked. That can happen. But then again, that still doesn't excuse that the shooter is 18. If you want to go get an assault rifle and shoot up a school, they're going to try to find a way in to do whatever they're trying to do. Their devious plans, you know what I'm saying? Our nefarious plans. Don't use that as no excuse. You know, gun control need to be better than what it is. And he, like I said, that man right there, he two-faced. He a wolf in sheep clothing. He a sheep. A sheep. He's a sheep too. He a wolf and a damn sheep together. He ain't got nothing.
And then you see President Trump with the NRA president. They kind of support gun laws, just everything stays as the gun and stuff.
Yeah, and it just ain't nothing but white supremacy. It's fine, because baby, if it ain't pertaining to them, they don't care. If it ain't helping them, they don't care. If it ain't their family, they don't care.
Well, I want to show this video of it was a confrontation with Beto O'Rourke up surprisingly came to the call to confront the governor of Texas, who he's challenging for the Texas governorship. Let's take a look.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Sit down. You're out of line and an embarrassment. Sit down and don't leave us.
Next shooting is right now, and you are doing nothing.
No, you can get his ass out of here. Just sit in the place and talk this over.
This is totally predictable when you...
Sir, you're out of line. Sir, you're out of line. Sir, you're out of line. Please leave this auditorium. I can't believe you're a sick son of a bitch that would come to a deal like this to make a political issue. It's on assholes like you. Why don't you get out of here?
All right, there, Beto O'Rourke came to confront the Texas governor and other officials, and I think it was a Texas governor official that said that remark. We apologize for that comment came out of his mouth. But what you think about that? Like, if they give that same energy to Beto O'Rourke, why they're not giving the same energy to get stuff done in Texas and try to fix the solution rather than that?
First of all, they don't want to do nothing because constituents being in the back pocket of lobbyists and NRA, they're not gonna do nothing. As long as they get financially rewarded for it, they're not gonna do a damn thing. And that's a shame. There's gonna be more and more of these happening.
Yeah.
And Beto was very heroic for standing up for what's right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether they like it or not, you
I think
Hmm.
can you hear me, Brittany Shay? Okay, we're having technical
Yeah, can you hear me?
issues with. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. What you were
Hello?
saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can
Yeah,
hear you.
it's just I said, just looking at those kids, those children that lost their life. If that's not touching, if they don't touch you or hurt you, then some you just evil. You just low down dirty evil. But that hurts my heart to see that them young kids can live up to their full life and potential, and their life got cut down by somebody that ultimately was sick in their head from his mental health, and he needed help. You see what I'm saying? It's always a cause and effect for things, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate of that happening and stuff. Hopefully, something gets done with it, but with gun laws, so it prevents something like that never to happen. But living in this world, you never know what to expect. All right, Brittany Shay, we're gonna move on to another topic. We're gonna talk about T.I.'s son. You know who I'm talking about, King. King went to Waffle House to get something to eat. Next thing you know, King confronted the Waffle House employees by saying that he felt that they made his order wrong. We all get that sometimes. But he started cussing them out and started confronting them like he wanted to take him outside. But at the same time, this week King had graduated, which is a good accomplishment. But do you think he just showing out for clout, or do you just think he just doing this for attention?
I think, to me, he's an unchecked Black young man that we have. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem going on. I don't know what it is, but some of them had their father in their life, some of them don't. And T.I. and Tiny, you could tell they're not reprimanding him, and they're not what's I want to say? Yeah, reprimanding him. They're not, you know how your parents can
check you and stuff, tell you what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong.
Yeah, discipline. He not being reprimanded and disciplined. That's I told you. Growing up watching this show, he already was a bad little boy anyway. And it looked like he just getting unwild and uncontrolled. Like, and his father making excuses for him. Nah, it wasn't no excuse for that. Even if they made your food wrong, you can. It's a way you can say, "Hey," and tell them you ain't got to do all that cussing and hollering and going off the hinges and off the chain. And that another thing that play a part too is his privilege of being from a well-to-do off family. And being a suburban kid, they feel like they got to prove they black and prove how hard and tough they is and stuff. You see what I'm saying? But
Mm.
you're gonna come across the right somebody and they're gonna set your ass down for real.
All right, let's look back at that footage on what King had did with this.
So what I'm saying is, they wasn't talk like that outside. Hey, I can talk out to wherever I'm at. I'm on live, shawty. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This ain't your restaurant. This ain't your restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Okay. I'm outside. Come on, shake some. Come on, shake some.
They gonna get dropped by you.
Come on, shake some. Hey, get your employees. Get your employees. Yeah, fucking something in this. Tell your mama happy. And you still talking inside though. You still talking inside though. Why you inside? You can't stop me from doing shit. I'm doing shit. Let me get my food. Thank you. They're talking like they like that. They ain't like that. Before I get pistol with me. Wait till I get back and see him out here late night. Wait till I slap him. Alright, yeah. Yeah, wait. Wait till I come back in the market late night. And then it's just you and I slap you up. Yeah.
All right, you heard that from King Harris, Brittany. Like you said he was entitled for just going off at the Waffle House employees.
Yep, he act like a complete Looney Tune.
Now, let's look back at some past. Now, it was like around this time last year when King Harris.
All right, so y'all, let's go. What's up with you, bro? What's up with you, bro? Let's go. Putting your head around me, talking out your ass like you want to do something. What's up, bro? I don't know. What's up, bro? Or what? Or what? Or what? Nothing. Or what? Nothing.
I think he wants you to peel.
All right, that was King Harris from last year when he tried to confront. I kind of see what you're talking about, Britt, with this pattern. King just being wilding out.
Yeah, like he fly off the handle, baby.
Now, we got this last one from T.I., and let's hear what T.I. had to say about this whole drama right now.
My son, me and his uncles, we were perplexed. His necessity to go back and forth with the short order cook. I didn't understand why he felt he needed to stop what he was doing to engage someone who was at such another level of life. Now, I had to explain to him that, when people are not living the way they hope they would live, and here you is walking in with so much freedom and luxury, and people gonna posture themselves a certain way. So therefore, you're gonna have to enjoy your life. You're gonna have to remove yourself from that energy and go enjoy your life. Of course I spoke to my son.
All right, Brittany, that was T.I. saying his comments about what was going on. He's saying that King is privileged, but he's saying that King's been targeted because of his famous father and his famous parent. Do you think that's the problem? You hear Brittany Shay? Huh? Guess we're still having
Hello?
technical
Hello?
Huh? Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
here.
I should say, like, his son is the problem. Nobody else, even though you could come from privileged background and stuff, and you know people were gonna try you and stuff. Don't feed into it. You feed into it. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
and then too, his parents need to talk to him about how to deal with fame or deal with being, children of famous people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then too, I feel like it was total disrespectful for Ti trying to downplay the short order cook, like that's just what he is, a short order cook. Your field of work or your job should not define you. You see what I'm saying? That is still a person at the end of the day with feelings. You just don't act like you know better than the next person. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like you up here, they down there. It don't matter. If you up here, down there, whatever, everybody deserves respect.
Hmm.
To get respect, you gotta earn it. And your child up here cutting the food, they cut the food with his ass. They didn't care where he from or how much money he have or don't have. I know one thing, he ain't got his parents' money. So shit, we ain't worrying about that much.
Man.
Shit, I humble you. Somebody need to humble his ass for street to do it for him. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, I'm for real. I ain't trying to wish no harm or nothing on him, but it's people out here that you feel like you ain't got nothing. It's people out here that feel like they ain't got nothing to lose. They won't care
No, they won't. They won't.
at all. I'm just saying, he need to watch how he carry himself, the way he move, and he ain't no better than the next person. I don't care about no chain, about no damn money. You ain't if you're not a good person, you're not a good person. Whatever. I ain't saying I don't know him, but I'm just saying in general. And
Yeah.
good for him for graduating, but his parents need to discipline him and help him go the right course in life.
And then what you think about what Ti attitude was?
Ti came out very elitist to me, like like, oh, we don't, we up here, they down there. You know what I'm saying? But your
Uh,
son that wants frequent a Waffle House, go to Waffle House. I ain't know you got to be up here, down here, around to go to McDonald's or go to Waffle House. You
yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you hell, it don't matter where you eat at. It's food,
Yeah, it's
and all
food, and
food got
then
something in.
yeah, and it was like the wrong order. They could have fixed it for him and be done with it. He just
Easy,
went out
right?
for a time. We went out on a tirade because they fixed the wrong food.
Yeah, it's more important, impressive things in life than that shit there.
Yeah. All right, we move on to another story. We talk about this right here. Pepsi says that they're not going to be sponsoring the Super Bowl halftime show no more. So ain't gonna be no Pepsi this year. Saying they're gonna focus on videos and online digital exclusives for art.
Tesla got tired of paying that money.
I mean, it's Super Bowl, and that's the biggest income revenue you'll get. And you just want to drop the Super Bowl and stuff. I could see if they wouldn't sell no drinks and nothing like that, then drop them. But I guess it's just a, a money thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be Coca-Cola halftime show.
Yep, didn't know that.
Hmm.
Well, speaking of that, this new movie, Baz Luhrmann, you remember Baz Luhrmann from Moulin Rouge? He's gonna do a biopic on the life and times of the rock and roll pioneer Elvis Presley. In this biopic, talking about Elvis' life and career. But a lot of people are still researching and exposing that Elvis probably stole black music from black artists to help him get popular. So, what's your thoughts on that? Elvis stole black music from black artists and did his own and made it his own rather than giving them credit.
I mean, that's what happened. There's no way around it. So you have to wonder, okay, the movie is gonna dictate his life, but the thing about autobiographies, they don't really show everything. You know what I'm saying? The films, they just
Mm-hmm.
touch on certain things, but are they gonna touch on that? I don't think so.
They saying they're gonna touch on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, child. Well, tell me something, cause I ain't know that. Cause maybe back in years later, they years ago, probably back in the day, if they did an Elvis film, I think they did one. It was for TV or something,
Hmm.
and they didn't touch on none of that. You see what I'm saying? I think like a miniseries. I remember watching on VH1 or something. But
Yeah.
yeah, if they're gonna touch on the real and gritty side of stuff, then I'm here for it. I mean, if you gonna tell it all. That's what I say.
Yeah. They were saying that that's going to with the biopic expose his, it will expose everything. So they're going to talk about everything, like him hanging around the black churches and stuff, like getting the inspiration from that, and then they saying that he took some of it with him.
Yeah, but you know what? That's been going on for forever. White people are would take something that was made by black people or music and take it and run with it and make it their own, and they will seek the rewards and the monetary gain for it, while the person that makes it don't get nothing
Oh
but they
yeah,
stuff stolen.
yeah. All right. So we move on from the Elvis biopic to with BET Plus. They're saying they're bringing back the Martin reunion. You look for that on BET too, because I know everything that's on BET Plus be on BET eventually. So
Hmm.
Martin coming back. Hit. They're gonna touch the 30th anniversary of Martin premiering. Martin with the highs and lows. If we recall, like what Martin had with Tisha Campbell Martin, a little incident they had. No, they ain't gonna touch on it, but you know, like Martin, like how did you feel about Martin? What was your favorite Martin character?
I say I like Martin. I like all the characters he played. From uh Shanae. I like Big Shirley. Cole girlfriend
We
Big
haven't
Shirley.
seen big. We didn't
His
see Big
mama.
Shirley.
I know when
You
he
know,
played
Cole
his
Mama.
mama.
You talking
No,
Martin Mama?
when Martin played his mama. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then that pimp man, I can't think his name right now. But
Jerome.
and Jerome, yeah, yeah. I love the show ever since I was little.
Okay. And so they'll be reminiscing and highlighting Martin 30th anniversary on BT Plus coming soon, sometime next week. I know that. And it'll probably be eventually on BET.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and finally, we're gonna talk about this story. Um, you heard about this? Chloe, Courtney Kardashian Barker and her new husband Travis Barker saying that she drinks his semen.
I think she said she was told. Now I don't know if she do it. She might do it, but that ain't the way you get pregnant, honey. You get pregnant the other way, not throat babies, not throat babies.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what kind of newfound marriage these honeymooners doing, and they just doing the most.
Yeah, I like Courtney. Don't get me wrong, Courtney and Travis together, they all right, but I think some things just don't need to be told on TV.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I saw that clip. I was like, okay, okay.
Um. And what's your thoughts on the Candace song? Whatever Temple Run or whatever it's called.
Legs and hips
Mm.
and body. Like they say, it sound like a BBL Richmond song.
All right. And we're gonna end this moment with this lady, this councilwoman, telling, cause well, she just telling like it is with this.
You done lied to these people to say that you didn't say that. You said that this woman has done her job and she has been nothing but great to this community, which we know. We know she has done her job. We know she has bent over backward. We know she has looked aside to some of the votes that you have tried to have people pay you on for votes. That she looked aside, that she could have reported. She got a lid on this council, and that's why they want to get rid of her. him. Because I know what's been going on. I know somebody came to my office and asked me to deal with this stuff because they've been asked to be paid. Let's get to this, sir. I'm going to recess this meeting right now. I'm sick of it. We're going to recess the meeting right now. You lied in my face, Mr. Battle.
All right, there was a councilwoman from Portland, from Michigan, and Brittany, she let loose. She told them folks, girl, she said she mad at them because
Okay.
the city manager had done her job, and now they trying to kick her out. So she felt like that wasn't right.
I don't blame stand up for what's right, girl. Let them know.
Okay, we're gonna let them know this time. But thank you all for watching. For Brittany Shay, I've been your host, Kendra Diggs, saying so long. We'll see you next time for another edition of Connect Now.